guys, it's me, Jenna with the White Witch Parlor. Thank you so much for coming back to watch another one of my little magical enchanting videos. I really do appreciate it. Today I wanted to do a protection spell, something really simple, easy to do, something you can do once a week if you want, but it's not too good to be in the vibration or mindset that you're always under attack by something, whether it's physically or spiritually, but I would like to say that I think it's the most frequent email and questions and concerns I get is that people feel like they're always in need of great protection, spiritual, physical protection. They feel like a lot of things are happening to them that they wish weren't happening, but in the truth, it's really just them attracting it. So you need to be very, very mindful of what your mind is putting out, because that is where magic truly starts, is all within your mind. So if you're aware of that and in your good spirits and you truly believe that you can cast a spell to protect yourself, then I encourage you to continue watching this video, because like I said, I'm going to do a simple, fun little protection spell that you can do, and you can do it even when you don't feel like there's too many bad things happening to you, but you just want to keep a really good protective shield going on. And I would say this spell probably can last for about like a week or two. You know, if you're going through some really harsh stuff, it'll help lift your spirits. It'll help just build that barrier of protection around you, and it'll also help smudge and cleanse yourself of any negative energy that you're putting out and receiving. So without further ado, please continue watching. I will show you all the things you need to do this spell, and we'll have lots of fun. Alright guys, so for this spell you are going to need some white sage, some star anise, and you're going to want to pick one that has a really good shape, all the points to it, so it really forms a good star. You're going to need some rosemary herb. You're going to need some olive oil or water, some grapeseed oil or sweet almond oil, anything that you can use as a carrier in your aroma oil burner. With your aroma oil burner, you're also going to need a tea light, some black salt. This is optional. I have a little talisman of a black onyx cat, because I feel like that's my spirit guide, is a black cat. I also have 4 tumbled stones of tiger's eye. You can also use any other stone that you have that you feel really resembles protection for you, just shielding in general. You're going to need some kind of black candle to work with, and this is also optional. Some of my protection elixir, I like to use it because I feel like it enhances my magic and it enhances the scent, and I love scent, so I'm all about that. Other things you're going to need is a little protection prayer. I do have that on my website, so you can look it up. And I'll provide it in the link below. You also need some smudge, and you can use sage, lavender, whatever kind of smudge you want, just to smudge your stones and set your intention. And you're definitely going to need a pestle and mortar here. You're also going to need maybe some kind of spoon or mixing device. This is my little magical spoon. It's an antique spoon that's actually from my grandmother. So yes, that is a little piece of her. So here we go. To begin this spell, you want to cast your little magical circle. This is going to act as our cauldron today. So what I'm going to do before I cast this circle is actually remove this so that I can cast my circle right here in my workspace. And as I do that, I'm going to cast my circle, smudge the area, and then I'm going to smudge all my stones. So I'm going to work here with my pinon pine. I'm using pinon pine today because pinon is really good for basically like protection and renewal, death and rebirth. You can use it for other things too, but just a general smudge, I like to use this. So I'm going to start with just lighting my smudge here and simply smudging my little space. So as I do this, I'm setting my intention that I'm pushing away any negative thoughts, and I'm only bringing this barrier of protection around. So that's all I need my smudge for on that. And next, before I cast my little salt circle, I'm going to actually smudge my stones so that they're ready to place. And as I smudge each stone, I'm going to run it through the smoke. I have another video on cleansing and consecrating stones, but I'm going to run all my stones through the smoke. And you're just picturing that this one's creating another suit of armor for you. So you're going to have 4, because 1 for each direction, basically north, east, south, and west, because you want protection from all areas. And I'm just setting my intention, protection, shielding. It's getting stronger, more vibrant in this strength, of protection, really. And then I'm gonna run my last one through the last bit of smoke that's coming here. And I really channel that protective energy through my hands and into the stone as well. So now I'm done with that. I'm gonna now take my black salt. Black salt is basically, it's always been used as a protection shielding thing. You can run it across your front door, window, panes to keep evil out, but I'm not so much doing this spell for evil. I'm just kind of general protection from anything physical or spiritual. You know, I don't want to have a weak aura. I want to have strength in my aura. So using this black salt will help me create this boundary for my little cauldron or aroma oil burner. And I'm literally going to draw a circle, and I'm going to start up at the top. I'm going to make my circle go round. And funny enough, my circle almost looks like an Uberus, the snake that's eating its own tail for all affinity. Now that my cleansed and charged protection stones, I'm using Tiger's Eye because to me it resembles this like immense strength, and that's really important for me for protection. So I'm going to literally place one stone in each quarter. Now you can already feel this like energy growing. So now I'm going to place my burner in here. Hopefully it fits. Oh, it fits perfectly. So now that I have my burner right here, what I'm going to do is I'm adding my oil. And again, you're doing this in silence usually, and you're, you know, working with your own music, some incense, whatever you need. I'm adding a little bit of olive oil to this because I want, when I add my other herbs and things, I want them to kind of simmer and boil. So I'm just adding that. And I'm going to run another final smudge through here for this because now I added a new element, or actually two new elements. So when I work, I like to smudge as I go, like over and over repeatedly, because it keeps helping me set the intention. Everyone does this their own way. Everyone does this a different way. This is how I like to do it. I also like the smell because the smell just resonates some different energies with me. So I'm just going to run it around, kind of resmudging, continuously resetting my intention here. It's like a sacred little circle within us, within its own space. So there we go. So now what I want to do is I'm going to light my tea light candle because I want the oil in here to start warming up. And I will light it using the other candle. I'm borrowing a flame from the black candle because I feel like a black candle really, you know, it's magical. It creates a lot of protection between you and the spirit world. I'm going to light my candle and place it in there. So now that my black cat's watching over, my black candle's offering protection, you can already see that this is really, really creating this like energy vibe of protection. And it does feel really good actually. So, but I'm going to keep moving on. So now you need to add my properties to my cauldron here. And so what I'm going to use is the white sage and the rosemary. I'm going to blend them together because together they're going to purify, release all negative energy and help create that shield so that I don't create new negative energy. So I'm going to just add, I don't need all of this. I only need a little bit. So I'm just going to do like 2 or 3 leaves of the white sage. I'm going to add it to my pestle mortar. And then I'm going to add the little bit of rosemary here. So I don't know if you can see that, but basically I've just added it to my little pestle mortar, and now I'm going to grind. I know I did this in the other video. I like using this, and as you use this, when you crush up all these herbs, you start to really smell the aroma that's happening. You can smell it almost as if it was freshly picked, and that scent is a scent that you can attune with to help raise your vibrations and start really pushing away that negative energy. So I'm just blending. And now what I'm going to do with this actually is now I'm going to add some of my protection elixir to my pestle mortar and and grind a little bit more so that the herbs actually absorb some of that oil. So now that I have this all ground up here, as you can see, it's kind of a wet mixture. I'm gonna add some of it. I'm gonna use my grandmother's spoon and scrape some out and just kind of add some of this. And if you can see it, it's gonna drop in, and once it starts heating up, you'll start smelling, it'll start releasing its aroma. Now we're actually almost done because, like I said before, this is a simple spell. It's not supposed to take a lot of time. It's more about you just sitting in this energy and creating this energy and believing in your magic. And the more elements you put into a spell, the more you believe it, because you're putting more and more energy into it. So we're actually almost done with the spell. Like I said, it is a simple spell. The whole purpose of it is to just sit in its energy, kind of create this energy, and using your elements and getting familiar with everything, you will better strengthen your aura because you're working towards doing that. And magic is all about the power of intention. So now that we've added our herbs that are soaked in the oil, again, this oil is optional, but I do it because I feel like it raises my intention to a whole nother level. So the last thing that I'm going to do is actually bless one of my star anise. And I want to place it in the top because, like a pentacle, it symbolizes protection and banishment. So if you're trying to banish negative energy, and negative energy can be in so many different forms, and to each their own, everyone will know what is harming them or plaguing them currently. So before I do this, I'm actually going to give it one more little smudge to the star anise because I really want my intention to go with it. So I'm just going to smudge it here. A little bit of smoke, setting my intention again. And then I'm going to place the final star at the top to kind of seal this. And once I place it in, it's going to look like a pentacle. So here we go. So now it's in there. And I don't know if you can see that, but the light just shined on it and it's really amazing. And now that everything's set, my spell is complete. As far as adding the ingredients, I'm going to kind of cast my energy one last time over it with a little prayer for protection. So my prayer for protection is, I seek protection and sound my alarm. My body, mind, and spirit now safe from harm. My aura a shield to help me stay strong. I now block negativity and all that is wrong. And then you can just sit and meditate with this new energy. It has so much protection, and as the aroma drifts out and the smoke drifts out with the aroma, and all the medicinal and metaphysical properties of the herbs and oils are released, it will float into the air of your sacred space, giving you much abundance of protection. And really, this is it. You just sit with it, meditate, and this is my simple protection spell. And you can do this about once a week whenever you're feeling your aura is weak, or you just feel like too many bad things are coming your way and you want to block them, erase them, and banish them from your life. So that's it. Alright guys, so that's it. I hope you enjoyed this video. I hope you will try to do this spell. Remember that you can always substitute other things. You don't have to use specifically what I have used. It's all about intention. Use what you have around you. Be creative. Use your imagination. And most of all, believe in yourself and in your magic. So I really enjoyed doing this video for you. I hope you enjoyed it as well. Thank you so much for watching. You can come back next week for another magical video, and thank you so much. You can also find a lot of the stuff that I used today on my website, www.whitewitchparlour.com. Again, I'm Jenna. Thank you so much. Mwah. Love you guys. Have a really magical week.